What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Coco, and I am back with another glam eye look with LuuLuu for Glam Week using the Club Nebula palette. If you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. All right, y'all, let's get it cracking. We've got another glamorous eye look to do for Glam Week with me and LuuLuu. Today, I'm going to use Club Nebula. How many of y'all still have this palette? Because it was a big hit and then it sort of fell off. Well, I think part of the reason it fell off is because it became unavailable. But for those of us who have it, we should play in it. Here it is. And I think that today I'm going to do something with this center row. Like a soft glam mauve-y kind of thing. We'll see where the mood takes us. Because I don't know what I'm doing right now at all. And to get started, I'm using a Refer brush. This is number 13. It is just stained right now. And I'm going to go in with Cylon, which is this deepest shade right here. I tried to pull y'all in a little closer today, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing a little better this time. The eyes are prepped as usual with skincare and sunscreen. Does anybody else put oil on their eyelids during the daytime? I think that it's working really well to keep my eyelids from getting wrinkly and crepey, at least for right now. This is a beautiful color. Have I used this before? I don't think so. The last time I used this palette, I was actually live on LuuLuu's channel on a Makeup Monday. I'm loving the way that this is laying down and blending out on the edges. So that's one thing that I always do. I stamp down my deep colors and then I blend the edges with the same brush before I move on to another shade. That just kind of helps things blend. So I got up early and I went to the Gordon Food Service and I got some things I need to make my Christmas meal. My son drove. I woke him up because he's online only, so he can do whatever during the day as long as he gets his work done. So he's learning how to drive. I almost died today, y'all. I'm not playing it. First, he ran a red light. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, why didn't you stop? And he told me, oh, I didn't think I had time to stop. I didn't want to slam on the brakes. So there was that. And then we get to the intersection to turn off to go to the store. He pulled out in front of, I don't know, 20 cars into the wrong side of the entrance to the parking lot. Practically hit the median. And we get parked and I was like, yo, I'm driving home. You are not driving me back to the house. So I'm done with this first color. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. When I first laid it down, it was like, okay, just looking like a dark color, but you can really tell that it's plum. That is beautiful. Okay, I like it. All right, so I go in the store. I only had a few things to get, so he waited outside. I come back, get my stuff in the trunk, and he's still in the driver's seat. I was like, I know you heard me tell you that I'm driving home. He was like, but Mom. I said, what, baby? He said, I only made one mistake. And it wasn't that bad, he told me. And I promised that, I'll do better on the way home. So I say, all right, but we have to talk about what we're doing before we even leave. So I gave him the best detailed instructions I possibly could, in hopes that we didn't have the same thing happen on the way home that happened on the way to the store, because I really didn't know if it was a good idea to let him drive again. However, I'm all he got. I have to teach him, and he's not going to learn if I don't let him drive, right? Okay, so I'm going to go in with this one. What is it called? Rocket Hopper. Yes, this like plummy gray shade right here. And I'm going to use a Wayne Goss number 19. This is from back when his bristles were still brown. It's one of his first brush sets. It's kind of powdery, a little powdery. Anyway, so not only did I give him detailed instructions on how he needed to do things in order to get us home safely, I made him repeat those instructions so that I was sure that he knew what he was supposed to be doing. And I also wanted to give him a chance to ask questions about something, because this isn't the first time that he drove somewhere. We've, did the standard parking lot driving, the, gentle drive around our quiet neighborhood kind of thing. We drove at the park, at the mall. That little road, the circle road that goes around most malls. We did that. Practice pulling in, backing out, parking and stuff. And I don't know what happened this morning, but it was not right. Okay, so I have finished putting rock hopper down, which is deeper than I expected it to be, but that's okay. I don't mind a smoky look at all. So anyway, I'm going to go back in with my Rephr 13 and to the original shade we started with called Cyclone. No, Cylon. I think I've been calling it the wrong name this whole time. Anyway, I'm going to go back and re-intensify right here because I want my outer corner to be the darkest area in the look. I'm keeping that a little bit closer, not pulled out as much as I normally would. And while I'm here with this, I think I need more on this side. It's not quite even right now. What do I want to do now? A halo eye? Yes. All right, so I'm going to keep working with Cylon, this plum color at the back of the palette, or at the back of that row, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner as well. I will say that I would have appreciated a slimmer packaging with this palette, but other than that, the packaging is beautiful. Okay, they look pretty even to me. All right, I'm going to take this clean Wayne Goss brush in, what is this number? Number 3. This is one of his holiday set brushes that was with squirrel hair, and I'm just going to blend the top edge with no product. Just a clean brush. And I'm trying to keep it rounder than normal, so I'm going down over here on this outer corner instead of up and out like I normally do. That blended really pretty. that is on and it is blended. You know, I had forgotten how relaxing it is to blend my eyeshadow, but it really is. Okay, it's blended good enough. Sometimes I do a little too much blending, and do I want to use Astro or do I want to use You're My Only Hope? I'm going to go with You're My Only Hope. This one right here. It's looking white, but it's like a icy lavender color. Using my finger, and I'm just going to press it right here in the center. Ooh. Some shifts really came out when I put that on. Okay, I'm using my pinky, which is clean, and I'm going to blend the edge a little. I don't think I need to go back in. I still have a lot on my finger. That looks totally different than I expected it to look. I promise that was the shade that looked like an icy lavender color. I have to say that I don't love the shifty toppery colors out of this palette that much, because they don't, I want my stuff to look the way I think it's going to look when I put it on. Okay. I'm going to go back in. Let me see what I think of Nova. See, it's blue. It's shifting blue as well. Not that I have a problem with blue, because I don't. But let me see what Firefly does on my skin. Nope. Of course, we have Astro. Let's look at this one. I am going to, I don't know what. I think I'm just going to build up You're My Only Hope a little bit more in the center. This time using my pinky for more precision. I wonder if this would have looked more pink if I would have put it down with the red or the orange matte that's in here. Well, I guess it's a peach. What I need to start doing is playing around with bases and see what happens. Okay, so that's on, and I'm going to take the brush from Refer, number 13. It's my original brush I started with, and I'm just going to blend a little bit on the edges. I'm going to bring that in a little bit. And I'm thinking I might put Astro on the sides of this first shimmer shade I've got in the center, maybe. I'm just feathering that a little bit. I didn't go back in and put any more product. I'm just using what's on the brush and kind of just blending them together right here. Blending that inner corner edge right there in the crease, well, the front part of the crease. Okay, there's that. Do I want to put more shadow? I do. I'm going to go with, whoops. I'm going to use this Wayne Goss brush right here. This is a bigger pencil brush, number 20. And I'm going to go in with Astro, the blue right here in the center. And I'm going to lay it down like in between where the matte and the first shimmer meet. I'm not sure if I should have sprayed my brush or not, but I usually don't spray my brush. Ooh, I like the way that mixed together. That's pretty. All right. placement is everything for a halo eye to turn out right. And sometimes they turn out right, and sometimes they don't. Okay, that changed the look so much. I'm gonna put some more of this right here. Okay, I'm going back in with my finger and back in with You're My Only Hope, which is what I thought was icy lavender. And I'm putting a little bit more in the middle right here. Brighten that back up a little bit. I should have used their primer. I have their primer, and I always forget about it. The next time I use a Kaleidos palette, I'm going to use their primer and just see what happens. Okay. Back in. We're going back and forth, y'all, just till I get it where I want it. Number 13. And I'm still working with Cylon. The plum right here in the end of the row. I want to make sure that that inner corner is deep enough. A little bit more. Okay. I like the way that that is looking, but I feel like I'm missing something and I don't know what. I'm going to go in with Naru, this taupey matte shade right here, and I'm going to use my Wayne Goss 19. It's just a smaller tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to blend this top edge a little bit more, and soften it out, blow it out a little further. Oh, that blended really pretty. Okay, I think that that was what I was looking for. Yes, I just needed that edge to be blowed out a little more. And I'm still going to take more of You're My Only Hope. And I'm just going to press it right here, like where my crease meets my lid, right there, to bring that shimmer up a little bit more. Yeah, that looks better. I'm trying to be careful that I don't get it too far out and too far up. Get my placement right. Okay, now I'm taking the brush that I was just using on that light matte shade and just blending a tiny bit right there under my brow. And right here in the inner portion of my crease and under my brow as well. Needs a little blending right here. I'm going to tell y'all, most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing until I start working with the palette, seeing how the colors look on my skin and all of that stuff. So that's what happened today. This is what happened today. I feel like I want this blended a little more right there in the center of the halo. And I still want it to be a little deeper, but this time I'm going to go in with Rock Hopper. Whoops. This one. But I'm using the same Refer 13. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of that on the outer corners. Well, outer and inner corner. You know when you know that you know it's good. You know what I'm saying? That your look is where you want it at. Okay, I think that I'm happy with the way that that looks now. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to complete the rest of my look. I might do a little something different with my hair, of course, put lashes on, and I'll show you the final look in just a minute. Alright, you guys, so this is the completed look, and I really don't know what the hell happened. I don't know how what was supposed to be soft glam turned into date night sultry smoky glam instead. But that's what we've got, and to finish this look, I used black liners, just some essence and bare minerals, did a little baby wing. I've got on lashes from AliExpress in the style A12. My foundation today is from Dior. I use the Face and Body in 2W0. Concealer is also Dior. This is in the shade 2.5N. And I set my under eyes with Pat McGrath's powder in light. My bronzer is the NARS Cream Bronzer in Casino. Bittersweet Blush from Urban Decay. Maybelline Master Chrome times Puma in the shade Knockout. And the lip is the Kaleidos Cloud Paint in Mahogany. I love this lip. I love the way it went with the look. And I hope that you guys like the look as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great night. Bye.